We've been talking about it. We've been talking about this riding the dragon, this in between eclipse time. Well, it is coming to an end. Don't breathe a sigh of relief just yet, though, okay? The dragon ride ends this weekend, September 21st, with the new moon in Virgo. Let's get into it. To understand where we are, we'll, as always, have to go back to the beginning. Remember, I called these Virgo new moons the Alpha and the Omega. The Alpha was the black moon on August 23rd. A black moon doesn't happen all the time. It's a little bit rare. It's either when there's like 2 new moons in 1 month or just like an extra new moon in the season. This was the 3rd of the season. And it wasn't just any new moon. It landed smack dab right at the 0 degree of Virgo, the doorway into Virgo season. Virgo, the sign of health, the sign of contracts, the sign of the harvest, the sign of purification, the sign of reaping what you sow. Remember, if you have a hard time remembering the energy of Virgo, go to what body part it rules, the digestive system, okay? Virgo has discernment, can separate what is waste, what is good, can pick out what is toxic. She's like, we got to separate what feeds you and what poisons you. That was the seed of this ride, okay? That's when you gave me your ticket. I punched it. I put you on the dragon, buckled you in, and laughed maniacally as you went off. In Tulsa, we had this house, the Phantasmagoria ride. That's always what I think of when I think of an eclipse season. Because it's like entering a fun house, but you're not having that much fun. Then came the midpoint, a nice little peak, okay? The blood moon eclipse in Pisces on September 7th. So you've just been sitting and waiting and seeing me. I've had to act like the ride is funky or something, but now I let you go and you take the heck off. A lunar eclipse pulls the moon into the Earth's shadow, okay? And this one was in Pisces, obviously, opposite Virgo. The sign of the endings of the zodiac, the sign of healing, spirituality, compassion, empathy, art, but also delusion. Also addiction, also like pity me. Just before this little blood moon, Saturn had also retrograded back into Pisces. So Saturn was in the shadow too, okay? Authority itself being submerged underwater. With this eclipse, the dragon's back began to sway and you had to hold on even tighter because you can't get off this ride. Now, here we are at Omega, September 21st, a new moon, a partial solar eclipse, the anaretic degree, the last degree, the 29th degree of Virgo. The final, the faded, the reset. This lunation is a lot about the contracts that we've made or we've agreed to out of survival or out of delusion. And I don't mean like people were putting on a show deluding us. We didn't see what was going on. Compromises we made because we thought that they would help us or be healthy for us, or thought they would just keep us safe, keep it pure. Question really is, what ends here? For you personally, I would look at where Virgo resides in your chart, but it's also a big collective one. What cycle of purification? What cycle of bad contracts? What cycle of lies and delusion has finally run its course? Let's get back to the collective, shall we? Let's look at where this hits on the United States Sibley chart. This new moon is in Virgo. Who rules Virgo? Mercury. Mercury will be in Libra at this time, and he will be squaring the United States natal Jupiter placement. We might see a lot of the grandiose, but a lot of that grandiose is going to backfire and it's going to fail. Big promises can crumble. This square, though, I want you to think of it as a teacher. It pushes us to our mental limits, forcing us to learn the truth, see behind the big spectacle. But also, the U.S.'s natal Mercury in Cancer is lit the hell up too. The transit Jupiter in the sky is conjunct with the US's natal Mercury as well. Mercury is also sextiling the south node, and then there's also a trine to the north node. Karmic dialogue about our voice, our truth, and how we use information. I'm just getting started. Because here's the kicker. The sun, moon, south node will all be in Virgo, right? They are all conjunct the United States Neptune. Natal Neptune in Virgo. My prayer is that sun, those rays will defeat the fog. Will the sun shine through the fog, or will the delusion just deepen? Remember that 22nd degree, okay? It played a big role on CK's day. Mars was at the 22nd degree of Libra the day he left. But the day of the eclipse, Mars will be at the 29th degree, the last degree, the anaretic degree of Libra. The warrior is at the finish line, trying to wrap stuff up before he goes into his journey in Scorpio. Mars loves to finish it too. Mercury, the transit Mercury will also be conjunct the US's natal Saturn in Libra. That's serious business. That's discipline. That's limits. Accountability in words. It's logic. It's just thoughts and contracts. It's the harsh truth coming home. The moon itself will be opposing transit Saturn, emotional restriction, but also maybe emotional maturity. A call to release what isn't authentic anymore, a call to rest and be real. Meanwhile, transit Jupiter is squaring America's natal Chiron, but he's also kind of in a square with the transit Chiron. This is the wound of truth, the wound of voices, the wound of identity, the right to exist. He's also squaring Mercury, the ruler of this lunation. The wound meets the messenger, and it's friction, but they're gonna make something move. Midheaven of the United States and the midheaven of basically the day that we have this eclipse, for the most part, are both opposite Neptune. Midheaven's at 1 degree Libra. Neptune, is retrograde at the 0 degrees of Aries. Neptune opposite the midheaven is losing illusions when it comes to career or notoriety, authority, and reputation. It's spiritual evaluation through disappointment. Disappointment, loss, or disillusionment. For the U.S., it's about taking a look in the mirror. We're all asking, who are we? Who are we when this fog clears? Who are we? The Sabian symbol for this lunation, the Virgo at the 29th degree, is a man gaining secret knowledge from the ancient texts that he's read. Hidden truths, secret information rising to the surface, insights that we will not be able to unsee once revealed. So yes, this is an ending. This is the Omega. There's so many signs of it being a lot of endings. Just remember, with every Omega, there's a new Alpha, okay? Dragon Ride will end here, okay? It's going to deliver us into a new beginning. This is about contracts closing, wrapping it up, delusions dissolving, clarity breaking through. Personally, this might look like an ending with an unhealthy agreement, an unhealthy job, a relationship dynamic, or a self-belief, a belief that's kept you bound. Collectively, it's about illusions of power breaking down, about lies not being able to hold anymore, under scrutiny, under that scalpel, under that Virgo precise ray. I just want you to know, don't think for a second that things slow down. Oh, it's the end of the dragon ride. That's all that it's the end of. Astrology for the rest of the year is relentless. The next day, Mars moves into Scorpio. We'll talk about that. But for now, if you can, take a breath, witness what is ending, let those old contracts dissolve, because the dragon has dropped us off. It's a new cycle. It's a new world from here. So take a minute to put your feet in the grass and inhale, because now shit's just going to start going a lot faster.